Parents typically consider the library to be a safe environment for children, but is it really? Library records show that 33 sex crimes were committed at Harold Washington Library alone over the last 3 years, and show that convicted sex offenders use libraries to access porn and maybe even to find victims. To investigator Dave Savini tonight with Library Confidential.
You are watching a man viewing internet pornography at a Chicago public library.
What's occurring at that library, it is sickening.
In fact, online pornography at the public library is so clear and evident that we actually saw a patron viewing explicit websites while we were standing on the city sidewalk and looking through the library windows.
Well, what would you say to someone who was offended by what you were looking at?
I'm sorry, I just don't want to do it no more.
But what he did was legal because there's no guideline against viewing adult pornography at Chicago libraries. Even convicted sex offenders can use those computers to access sexually graphic images. Just ask Tom Hansen.
This is my public library.
Tom Hansen says earlier this month at the Mount Greenwood Library, he saw Michael Connolly online looking at porn. The two investigators found Connolly as a registered sex offender, convicted in 2002 for soliciting sex online from what he thought was a 14-year-old girl.
It's an issue of protecting our children.
This other father, whose face we are concealing, agrees.
He put my daughter into his lap and started fondling.
Last year, his 4-year-old daughter was in the children's section of the Harold Washington Library when registered sex offender Norman Woolfolk sexually abused her. He was later convicted.
He can go right back to that library and he can go and look at pornography if he wants to.
Right. That's very scary to me.
It's drawing these people in because they get free access to material.
David Smith of the Illinois Family Institute, a lobbying group, wants sex offenders banned from libraries.
And it's only going to get worse if we don't do something to circumvent it now.
In Philadelphia, Brian McCutcheon had a history of watching porn and exposing himself at the library. Then in 2004, in the library bathroom, he tried to rape and nearly killed an 8-year-old girl.
It's becoming a cesspool for pornographers and child molesters and sex offenders.
The two investigators obtained 3 years of internal incident reports from Chicago public libraries. They reveal sex crimes ranging from flashers, inappropriate touching, sex acts in bathrooms, and men viewing child pornography online. 1/3 of the offenses involve masturbating while at computers. Other reports include a registered sex offender caught masturbating, another sex offender and his friend trying to take a boy's picture, and one man looking at porn while carrying a knife and handcuffs.
A lot of parents let their children go to the library and do their homework, and they have no idea what's going on up there.
Police are called in some cases, but not always. A couple disrobing in a locked bathroom stall was arrested. But other men caught masturbating in plain sight were simply asked to leave for the day.
Maybe some people make light of things. But what's going to happen when a child actually gets abducted and killed?
We repeatedly tried to get an interview with the Chicago Public Library officials. Instead, a spokesperson gave us a statement saying the library policy, quote, is to call the Chicago Police Department when anything criminal happens. Also, when staff members fail to properly handle incidents and don't call Chicago police, they are retrained. We talked to registered sex offender Michael Connolly about viewing pornography in a Chicago library. He says what he did was legal. When state lawmakers are back in session, officials from another city, the city of Naperville, will be pushing for a new Illinois law to ban sex offenders from all public libraries. Antonio, back to you.
It's disturbing. Thank you, Dave.